YouTube is no longer just a place where people upload random clips for fun. It's become a multi-billion-dollar industry where a single video can earn more than a Hollywood actor makes for an entire movie. Think about it. 10 years ago, hardly anyone believed kids unwrapping toys or a guy doing outlandish challenges would become multimillionaires. Yet here we are in 2025, with YouTubers commanding empires, branching into boxing, food chains, clothing lines, and even global entertainment studios. If you've ever wondered who's raking in the most money, buckle up. The names on this list will shock you not just because of how much they earn, but also how they manage to turn creativity, controversy, or even childlike fun into cold, hard cash. And to keep it thrilling, we're recounting down from the lowest earner on this list to the absolute king of YouTube fortunes. So, who kicks off our journey at number 10? #10. Logan Paul. Logan Paul's journey has been one of the most controversial and fascinating in internet history. He first rose to fame on Vine, the now-defunct short-form video platform, where his goofy skits and energetic personality quickly built him a massive fan base. When Vine shut down, Logan seamlessly transitioned to YouTube, bringing his millions of followers with him. His early vlogs were chaotic, wild, and often criticized for being over the top. But love him or hate him, Logan knew how to keep the spotlight on himself. What sets Logan apart is his ability to pivot. After facing career-threatening backlash in 2017 due to a highly controversial video filmed in Japan, many thought his career was over. Sponsors pulled out, YouTube demonetized parts of his content, and his reputation took a huge hit. For most creators, that would have been the end of the story, but Logan reinvented himself. He doubled down on professional boxing, creating massive pay-per-view events that brought in millions. His fights against fellow YouTuber KSI and later professional athletes attracted audiences that rivaled traditional boxing matches. These events didn't just earn him respect in sports entertainment, they turned him into a serious moneymaker. By 2025, Logan Paul's annual income is estimated to be between $20 and $25 million. While some of that comes directly from YouTube ad revenue and merchandise, a massive portion comes from his outside ventures. His partnership with his brother Jake to launch the sports drink brand Prime has exploded worldwide. Prime has become so popular that it's often sold out in stores, even resold online for outrageous prices. Supermarkets can't keep it on shelves. Endorsements, collaborations, and worldwide distribution have added millions more to Logan's pocket. But let's not forget his YouTube channel, which still boasts millions of loyal subscribers. Logan's content has shifted over the years from silly pranks and daily vlogs to more polished productions and behind the scenes of his entrepreneurial life. His channel may not post as frequently as it once did, but every upload racks up millions of views. Each view translates to ad revenue, sponsorships, and ongoing brand deals. What's fascinating about Logan Paul is that his income reflects not just the power of YouTube, but the power of personal branding. He turns scandal into opportunity, criticism into reinvention, and his once shaky career into a diverse empire. Logan at number 10 reminds us that YouTube riches aren't always about consistent uploads, they about building a brand strong enough to survive storms and still sell to millions. Now, as big as Logan's paycheck sounds, the next person on our list is proof that sometimes all it takes to become a multimillionaire is a smile, some toys, and an audience of kids who can't wait to see your next video. #9. Ryan Kaji. Ryan's World. If you have young kids in your family, or maybe nieces and nephews, you probably already know Ryan. Kaji is the face of Ryan's World, one of the most recognizable kids channels on the planet. What started in 2015 as a simple toy review channel, with a little boy opening and playing with toys on camera, has grown into a billion-dollar brand recognized worldwide. And remember, Ryan is still just a teenager in 2025. Ryan's story is both incredible and controversial. When he was just 4 years old, his parents began uploading videos of him reviewing toys. Videos were simple: Ryan unwrapping toy cars, Lego sets, or action figures, and then playing with them while giving his innocent reactions. Kids loved it. Parents noticed their children were glued to Ryan's videos, watching for hours. Very quickly, the channel skyrocketed. Within just a couple of years, Ryan's Toy Review, the channel's original name, had become one of the most viewed and subscribed channels on YouTube. By 2018, Ryan was already named the highest paid YouTuber, making around $22 million in a single year. Since then, his brand has only expanded. In 2019, his channel rebranded as Ryan's World. And that wasn't just a name change, it was a strategic business move. Ryan's World became more than a channel, turned into a merchandise empire. From toys and clothing lines to branded toothbrushes, bed sheets, and even his own Nickelodeon show, Ryan's presence went far beyond YouTube. Walk into a Walmart or Target in the United States, and you'll still see entire aisles dedicated to Ryan's World products. Fast forward to 2025, Ryan is estimated to earn around $27 to $30 million annually. That's mind-blowing, considering he started as a kid simply unboxing toys in his living room. Today, Ryan's income comes from multiple streams: YouTube ad revenue, merchandise sales, TV deals, mobile apps, and licensing agreements with major companies. His face is on toy packaging worldwide, and kids instantly recognize him. But Ryan's journey also highlights an important discussion about child creators. Critics argue that parents may be exploiting their kids for views and profit. Laws in some states have even been updated to ensure child influencers like Ryan receive protections similar to child actors in Hollywood. Still, Ryan's parents emphasize that he enjoys creating content, and as he grows older, his role in videos has evolved. He's no longer just the little boy opening toys. He's becoming a brand ambassador for his empire, appearing in scripted skits, educational content, and even interactive games. What's truly striking about Ryan's World is how it demonstrates the global reach of YouTube. His videos are dubbed and subtitled in multiple languages, watched by millions of children around the globe. And unlike traditional kids shows that need TV networks and studios, Ryan's empire was born entirely online. With his smiling face and playful energy, he built something that Disney executives probably wish they had invented first. To put it into perspective, think of an average American family running a YouTube channel in their suburban home.
How bad?
No Hollywood studio, no $1 million cameras, just parents, toys, and a kid being himself. That setup eventually became a brand valued in the hundreds of millions. Ryan at number 9 proves that YouTube can transform ordinary families into household names and, in his case, one of the richest young creators of all time. So here we are, already stunned by the bottom 2 of our list. Logan Paul, the scandal-turned entrepreneur, pulling in tens of millions. And Ryan Kaji, the child star who turned toy reviews into an international franchise. And the crazy part? These are the lowest earners on the list. From here, the numbers only go up. Moving up our list, we've already seen Logan Paul reinvent his career and Ryan Kaji build an empire before he even hit high school. But the next 2 names show us the incredible variety of ways YouTube can create wealth. One represents the old guard, a pioneer who once ruled the platform as its biggest star. The other is proof that the kid-centric content industry is still one of the most lucrative niches on YouTube. Together, they show how YouTube fortunes can be built either through years of cultural dominance or through appealing to the youngest and most loyal audience in the world. Number 8. PewDiePie Felix Jelberg. If you've been on YouTube for more than a few years, you've almost certainly heard the name PewDiePie. Felix Jelberg, better known by his online alias, is the Swedish gamer who defined what it meant to be a YouTube star. He started back in 2010, making simple let's play videos where he'd play horror or action games while reacting with over-the-top commentary. His goofy sense of humor, outrageous facial expressions, and willingness to poke fun at himself resonated with millions of viewers around the globe. By 2013, PewDiePie had already become the most subscribed channel on the platform. For years, he was practically the face of YouTube itself. At one point, he was gaining so many subscribers that his channel was bigger than some national TV networks. He held the record as the most subscribed creator until the music channel. T-Series eventually passed him in a historic subscriber war. The battle PewDiePie versus T-Series was one of the internet's most watched events, rallying millions of fans under the slogan, "Subscribe to PewDiePie." So how does PewDiePie make his money? It's not just gaming. Over the years, he expanded into commentary videos, meme reviews, and even lifestyle vlogs with his wife Marzia. His content evolved as he grew older, and so did his income streams. Brand deals, merchandise, sponsorships, and even book sales added to his fortune. By 2025, though PewDiePie has slowed down in terms of uploads, especially after becoming a father, his yearly income still sits around $30 to $35 million. That's largely thanks to his massive backlog of evergreen content, which continues to attract millions of views, and his powerful global brand. To understand the scale of PewDiePie's empire, consider this. He has over 110 million subscribers. And even when he takes breaks from uploading, his channel keeps earning. Ad revenue flows in from his old videos, many of which are classics in YouTube culture. His loyal fan base continues buying merchandise, and his past partnerships with brands still generate royalties. Essentially, PewDiePie has reached the point where his brand is so big, it prints money even when he isn't constantly grinding out new videos. What makes PewDiePie especially important to this list is his role as a pioneer. Logan Paul and Kaji may represent newer ways of making money on YouTube, but PewDiePie showed the world that an independent creator sitting in his room with a webcam could become bigger than traditional celebrities. He paved the way for millions of creators to treat YouTube not as a hobby, but as a legitimate career. Its estimated $30 million a year in 2025 is not just income, it's a symbol of YouTube. Its power to redefine fame and wealth. But while PewDiePie represents the old guard, our next entry shows the continued dominance of children's content on the platform. And instead of just one kid, this time it's two brothers who've turned colorful adventures into a global phenomenon. #7. Vlad and Niki. If you've never watched children's YouTube content, the names Vlad and Niki might sound unfamiliar. But if you step into any American household with preschoolers, you'll likely hear those names on repeat. Vladislav and Nikita Vashkudov, better known as Vlad and Niki, are two Russian-American brothers who star in their own wildly popular kids channel. Their videos are filled with bright colors, playful adventures, toy unboxings, and family-friendly skits designed to capture the attention of young children. Launched in 2018, the Vlad and Niki channel skyrocketed to fame in just a few years. Today, it has tens of millions of subscribers and billions of total views. But it's not just about views. Their parents, who managed the channel, built a sophisticated business empire around the boys' playful content. That empire includes merchandise lines, toy partnerships, mobile apps, and even international licensing deals. Their content has been translated and dubbed into multiple languages, making Vlad and Niki global stars, not just American ones. By 2025, the duo's income is estimated at around $35 to $40 million annually. A large portion comes from YouTube ad revenue, but the real goldmine lies in their partnerships with toy companies and retail giants. Walk through a Walmart, Target, or even international supermarkets, and you'll find Vlad and Niki toys, puzzles, and games. Parents across the world know that these products practically sell themselves, because kids who watch their videos want the exact toys they see on screen. What makes Vlad and Niki fascinating is how well their brand scales globally. Their videos don't rely heavily on language. They focus on visual storytelling, which translates perfectly across cultures. Whether you're in the US, Europe, or Asia, a child laughing at Vlad and Niki running around in superhero costumes needs no subtitles. That universal appeal means their audience is massive, and so is their revenue potential. The business behind Vlad and Niki is a reminder of how YouTube has blurred the lines between traditional media and online content. These two kids are essentially running a global entertainment brand without Hollywood, without Nickelodeon, and without Disney. Their parents are the producers, directors, and managers. And the family is reaping rewards that most major studios would envy. It's also worth noting that Vlad and Niki's rise reflects the growing demand for digital-first children's content. While older generations grew up watching cartoons on Saturday mornings, today's preschoolers are glued to YouTube on tablets and smartphones. That shift in media consumption has turned ordinary kids into multimillionaire celebrities. With their cheerful videos and endless toy collaborations, Vlad and Niki have carved out a spot as two of the highest-paid YouTubers in the world. And so, as we climb higher on this list, we can see two very different paths to success. PewDiePie, the veteran gamer who showed YouTube could rival traditional stardom, still pulls in tens of millions every year even with a slower pace. Meanwhile, Vlad and Niki proved that children's content remains one of the most unstoppable forces on the platform. turning playful adventures into global empires. But believe it or not, the next names on this list have taken things even further by expanding beyond YouTube itself and proving that being a creator can mean building an entire media company. At this point in our countdown, we've already seen how creators from wildly different backgrounds, controversial vloggers, child stars, gamers, and playful siblings can all find their way into the Millionaire Club. But as we move higher up the ladder, the money only gets bigger. The business strategies behind these fortunes become even more fascinating. The next two names are prime examples. One is a young girl who built a global empire before she even became a teenager. And the other is a woman who transformed podcasting into a multi-million-dollar franchise, showing the incredible diversity of what YouTube wealth can look like. Number 6. Like Nastya. Imagine being just 10 years old and already having a bigger brand presence than some of the world's most recognizable celebrities. That's the reality for Anastasia Rodzinskaya, better known as Like Nastya. Born in Russia and later moving with her family to Florida, Nastya became a YouTube sensation almost overnight. Her parents started filming her daily life, playful activities, and colorful adventures. And within a few short years, the channel exploded into one of the biggest kids' empires online. What makes Like Nastya's story remarkable is its scale. Her channel is dubbed into multiple languages, allowing kids from Brazil to India to enjoy her videos just as easily as children in the United States. This global reach means her audience is practically limitless. By 2025, Nastya has over 100 million subscribers across her various channels. With billions upon billions of views, her content is simple, bright, cheerful skits, educational moments, and family-friendly adventures, but simplicity is exactly why it works so well for young viewers. Financially, Like Nastya is a powerhouse. Her estimated yearly income in 2025 sits around $40 to $45 million, making her one of the wealthiest YouTube personalities of all time. While a large chunk of this comes from YouTube ad revenue, her empire extends far beyond the platform. She has brand partnerships with major toy companies, clothing lines, mobile apps, and licensing agreements that spread her character across the globe. Nastya dolls, backpacks, and accessories can be found in stores worldwide, making her not just a YouTuber, but a full-fledged children's brand. What's particularly interesting is how her parents turned a basic family channel into a corporate-level operation. They run Like Nastya Inc., handling the business side, while Anastasia remains the star. It's a family-driven business that rivals traditional children's media companies like Disney or Nickelodeon, and it shows how YouTube has leveled the playing field. You don't need a studio or a network anymore. With the right formula, a family and a camera can compete on a global scale. Of course, there are debates about child influencers, like Ryan's World. Nastya's empire raises questions about child labor laws and how much of her earnings will actually belong to her when she's older. Some countries are already implementing stricter guidelines to protect young online stars. But no matter where you stand on the issue, one thing is clear. Like Nastya has proven that children's content is one of the most profitable niches on YouTube, and she's sitting comfortably among the highest paid creators in the world. Number 5. Alex Cooper. Now we shift gears completely from children content to one of the most influential female voices in modern digital media. Alexandra Cooper, known as Alex Cooper, is the creator and host of the massively successful podcast Call Her Daddy. While she first gained attention in the podcasting world, her empire has extended into YouTube. Her clips, highlights, and full episodes have found a massive audience. Her ability to blend podcasting with visual storytelling has turned her into one of the highest paid content creators alive today. What makes Alex Cooper's rise so fascinating is that she represents a new type of creator. Unlike many YouTubers who built their brand purely on the platform, Alex started in podcasting, talking candidly about relationships, sex, and modern culture. Raw honesty and bold personality resonated with young audiences, especially women who felt like mainstream media didn't represent their voices. By the time she partnered with Spotify in 2021 for a $60 million exclusive deal, she was already a household name. But Alex didn't stop at Spotify. She leveraged her fame to build an even bigger audience on YouTube, posting video versions of her podcast, behind-the-scenes content, and collaborations with major celebrities. This multi-platform approach allowed her to dominate both the audio and video worlds, pulling in millions of dollars from sponsorships, merchandise, live tours, and brand collaborations. By 2025, Alex Cooper's estimated yearly income is around $50 million. That number places her ahead of many traditional Hollywood actors and television hosts. And what's remarkable is that she did it without a studio backing her. Alex owns her brand, her show, and her content, giving her creative freedom and the lion's share of the profits. Alex Cooper's success also highlights the changing media landscape. In the past, female voices in entertainment were often boxed into narrow roles or controlled by corporate networks. Alex blew that model apart, proving that authenticity sells and sells big. Her interviews with celebrities are unfiltered and intimate, offering the kind of rawness traditional TV talk shows can't replicate. Young audiences flock to her channel because she feels real, not manufactured. She also represents a new wave of creators who see YouTube not just as a main platform, but as part of a broader media ecosystem. Her podcast might have started the empire, but YouTube magnified it, giving her brand a face and a community. With tens of millions of loyal fans and a business worth tens of millions annually, Alex Cooper stands as proof that creators today can build empires bigger than traditional media giants. As we hit the halfway point of our countdown, the stakes are getting higher. We've seen children turning playtime into global franchises, and podcasters transforming their voices into empires. But believe it or not, the next entries on this list take the YouTube game even further, turning comedy, controversy, and sheer ambition into fortunes that rival some of the richest entertainers in the world. The higher we climb on this list, the more clear it becomes that YouTube isn't just about uploading videos anymore. It's about building businesses, diversifying into multiple industries, and finding ways to monetize influence on a massive scale. And few creators embody that better than the next two names. One is a legendary comedy duo who turned a quirky morning show into a multimedia empire. The other is a controversial figure who's transformed his wild online personality into a global brand fueled by boxing matches, sponsorships, and relentless ambition. Number 4. Rhett and Link, Good Mythical Morning. When Rhett McLaughlin and Link Neal first launched Good Mythical Morning back in 2012, no one could have predicted just how huge it would become. Two best friends from North Carolina decided to sit at a desk, try weird foods, play bizarre games, and banter with one another in their unique comedic style. What started as a quirky experiment quickly grew into one of the most consistent and beloved shows on YouTube. Their charm lies in their chemistry. Rhett and Link have known each other since first grade, and that lifelong friendship translates perfectly on screen. Fans tune in not just for the games or food challenges, but because it feels like watching two old friends hang out. That relatability has built them a loyal fan base spanning over a decade. Financially, Rhett and Link turned their daily show into a full-fledged entertainment company. Mythical Entertainment now employs dozens of staff, runs multiple YouTube channels, produces podcasts, sells merchandise, and even acquired other channels like Smush to expand their empire. They've proven that YouTubers don't have to stay small. They can build organizations rivaling traditional media companies. By 2025, Rhett and Link are estimated to bring in $50 to $55 million annually. That number isn't just from ads on YouTube. It includes sponsorships, live shows, book deals, podcasts, and the enormous success of their merchandise line. Their mythical brand has become iconic, with fans proudly wearing their shirts, mugs, and other products. What makes their success especially striking is its sustainability. Not like some creators who burn bright and fade fast, Rhett and Link have maintained relevance for over a decade. In internet time, that's an eternity. They've adapted their show to keep up with trends, expanded their reach into new formats, and always stayed true to their friendly, family-safe brand. Their empire's proof that consistency and authenticity can build lasting wealth on YouTube. But while Rhett and Link show the power of building a wholesome brand, the next entry on our list represents something very different. Controversy, confidence, and combat sports all wrapped up in one of the most polarizing YouTubers ever. Number 3. Jake Paul. If Logan Paul reinvented himself after controversy, his younger brother Jake Paul doubled down on being outrageous and turned it into a business model. Jake first gained fame through Disney Channel's show Bizzardvark and his Vine videos. But it was on YouTube that he really exploded. Known for his prank-filled vlogs, wild antics, and brash personality, Jake became one of the most talked-about creators online. Of course, much of that talk was negative. From neighbor complaints about disruptive stunts to controversies over reckless behavior, Jake's reputation has always been tied to drama. But here's the thing. Controversy sells. Jake knew how to turn headlines good or bad into views, subscribers, and ultimately, money. Then came his pivot into professional boxing, and that's where Jake truly skyrocketed. Starting with fights against fellow YouTubers and influencers, he quickly escalated to matches against real MMA fighters and seasoned athletes. Many critics dismissed him at first, but Jake kept winning, shocking audiences and earning credibility in the combat sports world. His fights became massive pay-per-view events, generating millions in revenue each time. By 2025, Jake Paul's annual income is estimated at $50 to $60 million. While part of that comes from YouTube content, the majority comes from his boxing career, sponsorships, and entrepreneurial ventures. Like his brother Logan, he co-founded the wildly successful sports drink brand Prime, which has become a global sensation. Prime sponsorships at major sporting events have cemented Jake's status as not just a YouTuber, but a serious businessman. Jake's channel itself has shifted over time. While he doesn't post as frequently as he once did, his uploads now focus on behind the scenes, looks at his training, fight promotions, and lifestyle content that reinforces his brand as a fighter and entrepreneur. Each video racks up millions of views, continuing to add to his revenue streams. What makes Jake's story remarkable is how he turned criticism into fuel. Every time people doubted him, he used it as motivation to go bigger. People tuned in either to cheer for him or to watch him fail, and either way, Jake profited. He understood that in today's digital age, being polarizing can be more profitable than being universally liked. Together, Rhett and Link and Jake Paul represent two very different paths to YouTube wealth. One built a long-lasting empire based on friendship, creativity, and consistency. The other built a controversial brand fueled by ambition, spectacle, and relentless self-promotion. Yet both paths lead to the same result: tens of millions of dollars a year, proving once again that YouTube is the ultimate equalizer in the entertainment world. Why? And as incredible as these stories are, they're still not the top of the list. The final two names ahead earn even more, one by turning short scripted videos into a Hollywood-style studio, and the other by dominating YouTube with some of the most extravagant videos ever made. We've traveled through the YouTube universe, from toy reviewers and playful siblings to comedy duos and controversial fighters. But now we arrive at the final two names, the creators who have taken YouTube wealth to an entirely new level. These two aren't just successful YouTubers, they're empire builders, moguls who've transformed their channels into global businesses worth hundreds of millions. Their stories show how YouTube has evolved from a video sharing site into one of the most powerful engines for modern celebrity wealth. Number 2. Dhar Mann. If you've ever scrolled through YouTube or Facebook and stumbled upon a short drama with a moral lesson, chances are you've seen Dhar Mann's work. His videos usually start with a conflict, someone being rude, someone being greedy, someone underestimating another person, and end with a powerful twist and a life lesson. His catchphrase, "We're not just telling stories, we're changing lives," has become iconic. But what many people don't realize is that behind those simple videos is a business model as sharp as any Hollywood studio. Dhar Mann began as an entrepreneur, dabbling in various businesses before striking gold with digital storytelling. In 2018, he founded Dhar Mann Studios, and within a few short years, it grew into one of the most watched content factories on YouTube. His videos, often just 10 to 20 minutes long, rack up tens of millions of views each, and they're designed for virality. Emotional hooks, clear storylines, and uplifting messages that people share endlessly. By 2025, Dhar Mann's annual income is estimated at $60 to $65 million. But unlike many YouTubers who rely mainly on ad revenue, Dhar Mann's empire includes brand partnerships, distribution deals, and even his own app where fans can watch exclusive content. His studio employs actors, writers, and crew members full-time, making him one of the few YouTubers to operate at the scale of a traditional production company. What's remarkable is how Dhar tapped into a niche most creators ignored. While YouTube was filled with pranks, vlogs, and challenges, Dhar focused on scripted dramas with moral takeaways. That decision not only won him millions of subscribers, but also gave him a broader audience that spans from kids to grandparents. His content is family-friendly, inspirational, and accessible to anyone, anywhere. Of course, Dhar has faced criticism too. Some argue that his videos are too simplistic, too predictable, or even formulaic. But in the world of content creation, what matters most is impact, and Dhar's impact is undeniable. His massive income proves that there's just as much money in heartfelt stories as there is in outrageous stunts or flashy challenges. Still, even Dhar's fortune pales in comparison to the #1 YouTuber on our list. This is the man who redefined the scale of what's possible on YouTube. Someone who spends millions just to make a single video, and who has built an empire so big it rivals mainstream entertainment companies. #1, MrBeast, Jimmy Donaldson. When you think of YouTube today, one name towers above all others: MrBeast. Jimmy Donaldson didn't just become the most subscribed creator on the platform. He turned YouTube into a playground for the most ambitious, extravagant videos ever produced, whether it's giving away a private island, building the world's largest chocolate bar, or recreating Squid Game with real sets and contestants. MrBeast has consistently pushed the boundaries of what a YouTube video can be. But here's the wild part. Those jaw-dropping videos aren't just entertainment. They're investments that bring massive returns. Jimmy has mastered the formula of spending big to earn bigger. The video where he gives away $1 million might cost him a fortune up front. But the views, ad revenue, sponsorships, and long-term brand loyalty it generates far outweigh the cost. It's a cycle of reinvestment that has propelled him to the very top. By 2025, MrBeast's annual income is estimated at $80 to $85 million, making him the undisputed king of YouTube earnings. And his wealth doesn't just come from videos. He's built multiple business ventures around his brand. Feastables, his chocolate and snack company, has become a sensation in the United States, with products flying off the shelves. His restaurant chain, MrBeast Burger, revolutionized the delivery food industry, partnering with kitchens around the world to expand rapidly. Sponsorships with major brands add millions more to his revenue. What sets MrBeast apart isn't just the money, it's the vision. He sees YouTube not just as a platform for videos, but as the future of entertainment itself. Traditional TV networks spend millions on shows that struggle to find audiences. Meanwhile, MrBeast spends millions on videos that attract hundreds of millions of views. His influence is so massive that fans line up for hours just to buy a chocolate bar or get a glimpse of him at public events. What's most inspiring about Jimmy's journey is that it all started humbly. As a teenager, he uploaded videos with almost no views, obsessively studying YouTube's algorithm and experimenting with ideas. He failed countless times before he struck gold with his Counting to 100,000 video, which went viral. From there, he kept scaling up bigger challenges, bigger giveaways, bigger productions. Today, he's not just a YouTuber. He's arguably the most innovative media mogul of his generation. MrBeast's reign at #1 shows us the ultimate potential of YouTube. It's not just about fame or fortune. It's about creating something so bold and ambitious that it changes the very landscape of online entertainment. And for Jimmy Donaldson, the sky isn't even the limit. If history has shown us anything, it's that his next video will always be bigger than the last. So there you have it, the 10 highest paid YouTubers of 2025. Ranked from Logan Paul's multi-million-dollar boxing crossovers to MrBeast's jaw-dropping empire of generosity and spectacle. Each story is different, each path unique. But they all share one thing: the ability to harness the power of YouTube and turn it into unimaginable wealth. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends who love crazy success stories. And of course, subscribe to our channel so you never miss the next mind-blowing countdown. Your support helps us keep uncovering the unbelievable, the inspiring, and the downright shocking stories from around the world. Stay tuned because the next video might just change how you see success forever.